I'm Lori Collard. I teach at John Hardin High School. I started using Screencastify last year when we went to NTI, and I'm going to put the link to my presentation here in the chat, so then you can follow along and you can click on the links as you need them. Let's see. Oh, why didn't that link? All right, let me pull up let me present my screen. Okay. Let's see. Let me try to get this link to work. And I'll put it back there for you. I've been on Zoom all last week. There we go. And so I'm trying to reestablish Google Meet here. So, all right. Can everybody see my presentation on the screen? I can't, once I do that, I can't see.
Yes.
That. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, somebody just pop in and say yes. That'll make it easier. And Jacinta is online. She'll be kind of monitoring the chat. Thank you, Jacinta, for doing that. So we're going to walk through this. And I also stole this, the background and a lot of the prettiness from Jacinta. So thank you for that as well on my presentation here. All right, so you have now the link to this presentation if you want to go to that. Make sure you also sign in so you get credit for this PD. So there's the link for that as well. All right. Is it not giving you access, Jacinta?
No, it did not. I can go in there and fix that.
Well, I thought I had set it up as a link. Restricted. Yeah, see, that's what I used. Let's try that because we're all Hardin County. Let's see if that works now. Let me know if there's issues with that. Okay, so this is a screen where just
Got it now.
You're in. Okay, good. So everybody else should be able to do that. So you can post your questions, turn on your camera if you want to, share your screen. That'll mostly be me, but if we get into working on this and you want to show me something, we can do it that way. And then mute your microphone. All right, so in the chat, can you let us know the following? Name of your school, subject and grade level you teach, and what you hope to learn from this session. And hopefully I'll be able to help you with those. So I'm going to exit out and watch the chat here for a second. Everybody's being shy. Thank you, Josh. All right. Welcome, Jennifer. Okay, it looks like a lot of you are looking for new ways to use Screencastify. So hopefully I can help you with that. Most of this presentation is really about how to use Screencastify. It is relatively simple, but I know we have some new teachers and completely overwhelmed with all the different types of technology out there. So it looks like, Lena, you've never used it before, so good. There's several of you out there that I can help you at least get it set up and started. And you'll see some examples of what I've done as well. Okay, so let's go back to present. All right. Thank you all for putting that in there. All right, so today we're going to talk about these different things. First, why would you want to use Screencastify? And for those of you that have used it, you can probably nod your heads in agreement that some of these reasons over here. And then for those of you that haven't, you're going to be excited to see how easy it is and how much it will help. So it's very Google friendly. In fact, you'll see you can upload right to Google Classroom, and I'll show that at the end. It's very easy to use for the students or the end user. It's easy to follow. It's great for virtual learning. It's great for students that are absent. So you've taught something and they can, if they've missed it, you can give them the link to this Screencastify video and they can get caught up. It also allows students to learn at their own pace. They can back the video up, kind of go over what you put in there, and then it allows students to review content. I teach high school engineering, and there's a lot of content sometimes that they've just never been exposed to. And so it's great for some of those hard math problems. They can go back and review that content. What is it? I'm going to show you an example of a video I did last year. It's just a short one. And then how to find it in Google Drive and how to use it for blended learning in class and virtual. So that really kind of was covered under the whys as well. How we'll demonstrate adding the extension to your Chrome for Screencastify, demonstrate creating a video in Screencastify, demonstrate adding video to the Google Classroom. So we'll walk through that, and then we can brainstorm ways as a group of how to use it in your classroom. And then you'll have some time at the end to create your own Screencastify and edit and save. So everybody good there? So we want to learn how to use and Screencastify and then create a video. All right, so I'm going to walk you through here where files are stored. So Screencastify, and for some of you that have used it, you already know this, but this is my drive right now, and it has its own, if you go to my drive, you can see that I have my own Screencastify folder. It automatically creates for you, and then you can see I've done several videos in there. All right, I'm going to show you an example Screencastify that I used last year. This may trigger some ideas for you. If you hate math, I'm sorry, this is a math one. All right, so I was using for this the AW board. It's a whiteboard that I use to help my students were learning how to calculate truss forces. And I broke down these videos into small steps for them and used the whiteboard. And at the end of the presentation, I have the resource for that and some different resources you may want to look at. All right, so why I showed you that one, I wanted you to see that you have a lot of features down here that you can use. These features are all in live websites. You won't have a pen, eraser, or arrows if you're on like a static item, like a PDF or anything like that. So keep that in mind when you use that. All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm so used to, I like getting feedback, and it's hard doing this presentation, not being able to see you all and hear you all. So just step in if you have questions. All right, so we're going to get started. If you click on this link, it will take you to the Screencastify page. Mine's already installed, but if you have never done that, you're going to have a blue button here that will say, I believe it says add to Chrome. Or yeah, add to Chrome. And that will take you to the Chrome store. So I'm going to go to the next page. It will look like this, add to Chrome. It will direct you to add the extension, and it will download. And it'll take a little bit to download, but then you will have the Screencastify icon in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. So I'll give those of you who have not downloaded it, I'll give you a few minutes to do that. And jump into the chat or even unmute your microphone if you're having problems with that. All right, the next step is recording in Screencastify. So based on there's a YouTube video here. I'm not going to go into that, but it's a link there for you so that you can go in and they walk you through this screen. But I'm going to briefly walk you through it here. This browser tab will only record the current browser that you are on, but it's great because you can have your webcam in the bottom. And if you're wanting the students to watch like a YouTube video, it will also play, it will record that sound from that tab. Desktop captures everything on your entire screen. And then webcam only obviously is just you and your video, whatever the webcam can see. There are no drawing tools on that version. Okay. So you would set up your microphone and your webcam ahead of time. You can then change your countdown when you tell it to record. You can change it to up to 10 seconds. And then show drawing tools. You would want that on if you were using like a whiteboard or Jamboard or something like that to draw on for your students. Okay. Once you are done recording, this screen will pop up. Okay, I've already told you you have a Screencastify folder that will automatically be in your Google Drive. And once the recording is finished, you can change the name of the video before saving. I would highly recommend that. You don't want it to be some random number video because you'll never remember where to go back to. So and then we're going to talk about Open an Editor here in just a second.
Hey, Lori.
Yes.
Jennifer Ford has a question.
Okay, let me back up here. Thank you. Is it in the chat?
Well, she just.
Sorry, I just So with Screencastify, I know we got a subscription last year that was free. So when I go
Yes.
to Screencastify now, it's wanting me to pay the fee now. And so I'm either doing something wrong or I don't know.
Are you on your Hardin County email?
No, I was on
Nope.
just under Screencastify. So go to just my.
Yeah, you'll want to, in the Screencastify, you'll want to make sure you're in your Hardin County one.
Okay, so the file, just go to the files I've already, like the videos I've already created.
Yeah. Oh, have you already done Screencastify?
I made videos last year when we were doing NTI.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, you should be able to pull those up, and then that would, you must be working on a desktop or something that doesn't have it installed yet, and it's under your private account.
Okay, okay.
So you should be good though once you go into your Hardin County one.
Okay, thanks.
Good question. All right. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. So once your recording is done, like I said, I'd highly recommend changing the name. And you can see here, I did a sample of it from my Google Drive. You can go right to your Google Drive and see it. I did trust number 6, step 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little later. You don't want to make really long videos for your students. So I tried to break those up in steps for them. All right, let me go back to present. Okay, so the editing Screencastify videos. I don't know about you all, but those of you that have done the Screencastify videos, I just didn't have time last year to try to edit. I was just throwing stuff out there. So, so this may be something that will help you with the editing now that we've hopefully things will be a little calmer. But you can click on the editor button and it says open an editor. And you saw that on the last screen. Let me go back. It's right here next to where you'll put in your title. And in editor, it will bring up, you can elongate your videos and or shorten them. And in it, you can add text. So like here, I added student work. And it will pop up that text on the video. So it's labeling that video. Another thing is you can insert a video, and that's what I did. I took the student's video that he sent me, and I embedded it right after my instruction. So that's the plus sign in the editor, and you'll get to play with that here in a little bit. And then cut segments of the video to delete. So there are the scissors. It will highlight, and then you can drag and then put it in the trash can. And the good news is these are all undoable as well. Just like Google allows us to go back. You can undo stuff if you accidentally delete something before you export it. So those are things I'm going to try to do a little better with this year with my videos. Try to edit them and make them a little crisp and professional. All right, so this is publishing. There are several options here. You can get a shareable link and then click and embed that in Google Meet that you're using or anything. You can share to Classroom. And this is a really nice one because if you click share to Classroom, you can make this a question. So you could just do a short video that talks to your students about something and then asks a question, and it will automatically bring up a form and all of that for you to use with the video. So it'll take you right into Classroom. And then of course, publish to YouTube. I don't know if any of you have YouTube channels, but that's another way that you can do that as well. Any questions? Hopefully I'm not boring you all, that you've all done this already. All right, I'm going to walk through resources and tips real quick, and then we will kind of work through an actual Screencastify video real quick as well, and then let you guys do it on your own. So if you want more practice, you can become a master screencaster. Screencastify, I think, is really intuitive. It's easy to use. And I did that during NTI, and it took me like an hour, I think, to do that. So just a little certification, and you get some tips from that as well. This link here has a link to all the videos. So if you are looking for tips and tricks, recording, troubleshooting if you're having issues, so those are helpful. And then, like I said, the online whiteboard. And then the other tips are just keep your videos short because the kids just don't have the attention span. I don't know if we do either, but we try to make these too long sometimes. And then be concise. I found when I went back and looked at some of my videos, I had a lot of ums and ahs in there that I really needed to try to do better on for this year. And then review it before publishing. I noticed in one of my videos that I said the wrong thing. I said the wrong letter, and so it confused some of the kids. You don't have to trash your video after doing that. You could just, that would be a good time to edit, and you could put in a text that said, I meant letter C or whatever. So you could have fun with it and do it that way. This is a resource for all the keyboard shortcuts. The pen tool, Alt-P, if you're on a PC, your eraser. The other one I saw, toggle your webcam on and off, Alt-W. So those are just a bunch of resources for you. So, all right, I'm going to go back. Are there any questions before we go on to Screencastify and work through some of that? Nothing? Crickets? Okay. All right. So let's go into Screencastify, and I'll walk you through doing this. When you guys do this yourself in a few minutes, I was trying to figure out how we're going to do this when we're in a meeting together and we can't all be talking. So I would just try to do a video without the sound to work through that. So, okay, so we're going to go to Screencastify. I'm going to do my desktop, and you can see it's already showing that I'm talking. I'm going to do show more options, do the countdown. We're all set there. I'm going to record. And I know I'm presenting to everybody. Okay, share. All right, so we are recording. You can now see my webcam there. So I am getting ready to work with my students. I can draw on here. I've gotten pretty good at doing the cursive as well. So, so now I'm going to stop recording. I go up here to stop recording. Turn that off. And now you'll see that it comes up to the screen where it just calls it Untitled Today at 1:56. So I'm going to go on and just name this Screencastify. All right. I'm going to go into Open in Editor. And it'll take a little bit depending on your computer width and all of that. So you'll see this is a pretty short video. I can go ahead and elongate that if I decide that I want to cut some of that. So I'm going to select a clip. I'm going to take the whole thing. Go back. Well, it's not working. There we go. Nope. I clicked on the wrong thing, I think. Okay, there we go. Select the clip. Let's see if it deleted the whole thing. So I'm going to say undo. I don't want that. But you can go in and crop as well. So you want to crop there to there. Oh, done. Crop. And it will crop it. It's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, we're going to do text. So I'm going to put some text in, and I am going to make this go the whole way, okay? And it lets me write it up here. This isn't as intuitive because you think you should write it down here, but you're really going to write it on the screen. Right today? All right. And then you can change where that's at. I'm having a hard time seeing that on my screen though. It will allow you to put it at the top or the bottom. And there's a little, so there we go. And you will see that when it plays through. So I can also add a clip here. This is what we talked about, adding a video. You play with that today. Definitely play with that today. And then when you're done, you export it. So I export to Google Drive, and then I'll call this Screencastify edited. And then you will get a link, and it's ready for you. And you can go ahead and share, or you can go back to your Google Drive and see it in the Google Drive. All right. Let's see. I wanted to, oh, another way to easily get to your Screencastify videos is just to click on it. You can go to My Recordings, and you can see what you've done. And then you can go here and bring up, you can share to classroom. And let's see if it'll bring up share to classroom. There it goes. Oh, I've got to be in my, it went to my personal one. There we go. Manage my account. There we go. And so I can add that to any of my Google Classrooms, and I can ask a question. I can create an assignment. I can just create it as material. I can say, here is a review of what we did today, and we're going to add it here. And it gets added automatically. You can put it in the correct topic, and you are good to go. All right, I am going to go back to our, oh, Bethany has a question. Let's see. Can that link go directly into a Google form, or do you have to use YouTube? Nope, that's, hopefully you saw that, Bethany, that you can go right into Google Classroom. And I do believe you can put as the question, you can, it will bring up a Google form, like it gives a short answer. And I think you can change that box. So play around with that today when you're making one. Let's try ask a question. Yeah, right here. So this is a question, and I can make it a multiple choice and gives options with that video. So that's a really nice feature. Helps the kids be maybe more interactive. So, all right. Hopefully I answered that. Any questions before we brainstorm a little bit? What I'd like you to do now is in the chat, if you can just brainstorm some ways you think you can use Screencastify to help your students and to help you this year, Lord knows we're going to need all the help we can get. So if you could all brainstorm and I will add all those to the slide presentation that you can refer back to. And make it personal to you. So depending on what grade you teach, make that personal to you. Do I have any OLA people out there? You can probably see where this would come in handy there. Adam, I'm going to call you out. How are you going to use this in your class? Adam. All right.
Oh, sorry. I'm here. I was changing the diaper.
Sorry, I caught you.
It's okay. You caught me right. Well, this was really helpful when we were doing NTI because and I'm from what's being said with everybody, it's just a matter of time before we have to do that again. But it's really helpful where, especially in my biology class, when we were doing something with our heredity and genetics unit where we're using Punnett squares. Some students hadn't seen that before, so being able to use Screencastify where I could use it almost like as a recording of a lesson where I could walk them through how to complete those activities and show those concepts when students are doing work for every class. It's hard to get them to sign into your class at a specific time, like within a Google Meet. So you're able to reach those students to teach them these concepts or lessons on their own time. And that's kind of the way that I was going to use it for, this upcoming school year when we know that we're probably going to be stuck doing NTI again.
Right. That's a good one. And Amy had one here too. She said she's going to have her students use it, which I think there was a Screencastify on that earlier today. Let students use it to present or work out a problem back to you. So that's a really good one as well. So thank you, Adam. What about another way that you could use it? My students had to learn a new 3D modeling program. I teach them AutoCAD, and AutoCAD is very difficult to learn. And so now here we are on NTI, and I had to find a cloud program for them to create their 3D drawings. So I found a software out there that was free, and I used Screencastify to show them how to use it. So I would give them little tips each day on, did you know you can draw using this area of the screen? And it's a very visual program. So it worked very well with Screencastify. And I also feel like Screencastify is just flexible with, you can use it for everything. I don't know about the rest of you, but I get very overwhelmed with all the different softwares out there that you can try to use in your classroom, like Edpuzzle or Flipgrid or Nearpod. And, I was all set to use Nearpod and then found it didn't work with the things I was using in engineering. So I just find Screencastify is really flexible for a lot of classes. So any other thoughts on there before I let you guys try some of this on your own? All right. I am going to let you guys try doing your own sample Screencastify. Like I said, a little weird because you probably don't want to use your microphone with it. But maybe you can flip between screens and try the text, adding the text in the editor, inserting another video. Um, some fun stuff you can do. You can find little meme videos out there like oops and or firecrackers or something. So you can insert those in your video just to add some fun, I guess, and keep the kids engaged. So I don't know if I've got any elementary student teachers out there, but just some of that as well. I think inserting videos can help. So, no more questions? I'll stay on here and let you guys try things. I'm going to mute myself and you can either unmute and ask me questions or you can put it in the chat box. I hope this was helpful.
Hey, Lori.
Yes.
Hey, so I'm in my looking for. I went to the Screencastify website and it says that I have an expired subscription. How do I mean, I thought
Really?
it got extended. So what do I do?
Are you in your school one?
Yeah, I'm on the school one.
Because mine just automatically went through. Let's ask Brandy about
Okay.
that. I'm typing it to her because she's on multiple ones in here.
Yeah.
Can you get to your old can you get to your old videos, Adam? Like if you click on the link, what's that?
I can on what do you mean to the link?
I'll show you. I'm gonna present to you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you see the Screencastify link?
Yep, I clicked on that.
Go to my recordings.
Okay.
Can you get to those?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Let's click on my subscription here.
Okay.
Oh, mine says I have it too, but yeah, I'm on there. I wonder. That's funny. Yeah, let's ask Brandy about that because I guess mine is too, but
That's
it's
up on my screen too.
what's that?
That's it. Your screen looks just like mine.
Okay. But I'm able to do everything. I've been doing videos, so
Okay.
I'm wondering if they just extended it and they haven't updated our page.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let me see if she. Yeah, Jennifer.
Okay. Now from the page that you were just on, where it has your recordings, how do I get to where I can get to the screen where I can draw on it and everything again?
Oh, where you can draw again?
Yeah. Yeah. Where I share and then I can draw.
Oh, you just click on the Screencastify link. And remember when I clicked on my recordings, you're going to click on it and just decide if you want browser tab, desktop, or webcam.
Okay.
Hey, Lauren.
And then you click, yes.
Sorry, it's Brandy. I just jumped in and I saw in the chat somebody was asking about the Screencastify.
Yeah.
We have premium for the county for the year. I refer to it as free, but it's not free. We used some money and bought all HCS teachers the premium for the year. So once you log in now with your HCS account, you have all the premium features.
Okay. Even though it says that we need to pay?
Yeah, Adam. Yeah, you should just be able to log in with your account and use all the free stuff like the unlimited recordings and the student uploads and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed I've been using all the editing and all of that. But if you go to your subscription, it says it's expired.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all, because Leif, I see his face, but he may be in another room. We paid for it. I'm pretty sure it became active July 1, but it may be like August 1.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? We paid for it. Let me just ask him when it starts.
Yeah, because that could throw some people off thinking when it says it's expired.
We bought it's active right now, so if something's coming up, we'll look into it. Sorry, I hit the wrong button and I jumped out of here. No, we bought it for the whole district. It goes to the whole domain. If you're .hcs or .harden.kyschools.us email, you're automatically enrolled in it. So if something's not right, we'll look into it, make sure we get it right before we start rolling here.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
I don't know what to do to troubleshoot that.
Well, I just worry that some people are going to think they have to pay or that they don't have the capabilities on it when they see that. So maybe we just put it somewhere.
I don't pay for much, but I had paid for that and literally paid for it like 2 weeks before it went free for our teachers. I was like, dang it.
Wow.
It's no big deal. That one wasn't bad. I figured they gave it to everybody for free for a while, so I could drop it $15 for the year to them.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I tell you, $29 for the year is worth some sanity.
Yeah, like I said, I don't pay for much. I paid for Flipgrid back before it went free for everybody for 1 year, and then I pay for Screencastify still. But yeah, let us try to log in, see what happens. If it's not, we may get into one of y'all's accounts and see what we have to do or contact them, Lori, if you'll do that and let me know.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, mine says expired. Mine
Yeah.
says expired, but I have all the capabilities. So I'm thinking they just haven't updated their screen.
Yeah. I think you do have them. It's just that, yeah, it reads like that. All right.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Brandy.
Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate you.
No problem.